It's late and I should be going to bed right now. I am tired. But someone just sent me a video on a private message to this guy, GregVegas5909. 5909. GregVegas5909. Alert X-Wave Phenomenon, Major Financial Event by Greg Menorino. And I look at his videos on the side to start with and see the titles. Bailout Stimulus, Watch This, Moving Closer, Waves of Bailouts, Deflation, Hyperinflation, Checkmate, Crude Prices, Do Not Buy Into the Market Hype, Watch the World Central Bank. I've seen all these things in his side channel. I already know based on that this guy is someone I want to listen to. I have to hear what he has to say. But more specifically, the person in my subscriber base that sent me this is this specific video, Alert X-Wave Phenomenon. Now, this is a video response to Greg Vegas. I hope he accepts it. Because he didn't say a single thing that I would disagree with. He's saying stuff and I'm just sitting here talking out loud. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Oh, hell yes. Absolutely. Agree 100%. As I'm like saying it to myself as I'm watching his video. Now, I didn't really come across this X-Wave theory myself. And you know I studied gold, silver. Very big advocate of freaking comes out of my mouth probably every time I do a video. Buy gold and silver, especially silver. And he's sitting here saying, especially silver. Reminds me of myself talking. So I just hit the subscribe button on this guy. I had to. And he likes to talk a little bit too, like me. I see 14-minute, 19-minute video, 15-minute videos. You know, seems like lately I'm lucky to get out of a 15-minute video, if not a freaking 30-minute video. But he discusses some stuff here. In this X-Wave, in this chart, I'm going to link his video on my channel too, by the way. Even if he doesn't accept my video response, it's alright. This X-Alert thing, X-Wave. And he's saying that his studying of the charts, whether it's right or wrong, appears to be a replica of another X-Wave phenomenon he found earlier, which was 2008 time frame, 2008, 2009, where gold really went off. And precious metals generally went up. Left the Dow and everything else behind. And based on his studying of this, and he shows his charts in here, we're at the cusp of one right now. So in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute. I just read the Webbot report not that long ago. There was a couple updates to it prior to Greg even making his video, because he uploaded this today, June 12th, 2012. The Webbot had already been out for like a month now, and some updates were a few weeks ago, and and another one I think a week ago, roughly or whatever. And it's talking about something very interesting. Now, if Greg does not know what the hell the Webbot is, which a lot of people don't, I can't get into it now. It'll take way too long. And he or anyone else probably doesn't care to know. Get that sucker. That damn mosquito's been buzzing around my face for freaking last 2 videos I did. Got that bastard. Anyways, the Webbot is a software program that successfully predicted 9/11 in advance, the tsunami of 2004 that killed over 200,000 people, the re-entry of the space shuttle that blew up in the sky, numerous other things. Having said that, it has also missed things. And a lot of times the misses just appear to come later and the date time frame it thought was wrong. But there are also genuine misses. Having said that, the new formula of the Webbot, where he recalculated the thing, reprogrammed it, appears to be a little more tighter for the better of its readings. And I want to read you a little section here that I've already read to my subscribers. In regards to you saying that any day now, next week, 2 weeks, whatever this is, man, we've got something going on here financially speaking. Big event. And I'm saying, no way he just said that. So if you don't mind, this is one page. And I'm going to read this to you from this Webbot software program that was written before you even thought about making the video tonight, and myself included. And I don't have to explain to a lot of people. They know that it was in the Webbot report. It already talked about this in advance. Now, I'm just going to read the whole thing. It's just one page. There are indications that the unexpected military actions, which he's talking about some previous stuff he was talking about the other day, that will so upset, anger, infuriate the populous US of A are now being moved up by 7 days to 9 days from the end of June time frame discussed prior. So we're still in the June time frame. If so, then we can expect officialdom to be pimping their lying experts starting on or about June 20th. And by the way, this has to do with precious metals, so just hang on. The forecasts for the unexpected military events have a few subsets that pointed to corruption being forced onto the populous US of A by lying experts / authorities. The issue arising within these data sets has always been the unending river of lies from officialdom that will run smack into a gathering wall of disbelief from the populous US of A. From the populace point of view, it will seem as though the officialdom is trotting out magicians and sorcerers in great numbers. The data has maintained that the officialdom at all levels, including Congress, paid shills, civil authorities, etc., will be lying their butts off over this period as they deliberately, and perhaps more importantly, desperately, try to conceal / hide information that is vital to the health and life of the populace, so to speak. While much of the initial anger from the populace has to do with closed doors meetings and not welcome here types of officialdom meetings, the data sets have suggested it will be the actual destruction of documents that will ignite the fury in the populace. This area refers back to the damaged documents section of the older Webbot reports from 2011. As they, officialdom, are providing certain hints to those semioticians with adequate vision that schedules for their New World Order are in a state of flux, it now does appear that they, the powers that be, have decided to employ treachery or unleashing deceit in bringing to the ruin the person provided with preferential status. Don't know who that is or what that quite means just yet. The good news in all of this, if there is any, is that the same data sets are pointing to the rapid rise in precious metal prices, especially silver. And it's noted in his keyword terms, rapid rise, precious metals prices, silver, as being temporally ahead of and to a certain extent putting pressures on officialdom. So one way to consider this information is that a rapid and steady rise in the price of silver or precious metals will be leading the way or pressuring to officialdom breaking down as it overreacts and demonstrates desperation. Here at Half Past Human, which is what his website is, we are watching the flow of currencies into precious metals over these next 14 days as an indicator that the unexpected military events will be accelerated in their timing. Look to the language coming out of the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, for those other hints as we go forward into June and into the summer of actual change. And when this was written, we are absolutely in that next 14-day period. And as the markets have been getting crapped on, gold and silver have been sitting there in the face of all this. And on days where it's terrible, they're just sitting there not moving, which is good because they're not getting hammered. And then there's like 50 cent up silver, and then it's down in the red. And then the nighttime comes, it's down 50 cents. Next time I look, it's up 20 cents. There's some volatility going on. And silver and gold are absolutely holding their own and have even gone up when the rest of the market is going down. And normally the elite love when the market goes down because they just pull gold and silver with it to let everyone else know, hey, keep your hands off of that. See, we told you it was a bad investment. And they use that as an excuse as to, well, that's also why gold and silver dropped today. Even though the fundamental reasons why everything else dropped are good reasons, that's the opposite for gold and silver. They should have gone up. So I want to share that little piece with you because a lot of my subscribers are waiting on the sidelines to see what happens to precious metals in this Webbot report to see if it ends up being a hit or not, or a miss. And the other thing, at 10 minutes and 50 seconds of your video, you said something about you don't have time for silly games. Basically, you are a realist. And by chance, my channel, I call myself Realist News. Every video I upload starts with capital letters, Realist News, dash, and then my title. Every time. So, Most people say, oh, you had me at hello. No, you had me at realist. So I appreciate it. We have another person in the truth movement that I'm subscribing to, and I'm going to tell my subscribers, you may want to subscribe to him as well. Regards to the silver comments you're making and precious metals and all these charts you put up. This is my final comment, by the way. I just did a video. It's just a few videos ago that showed from the Federal Reserve data, nonetheless, imagine that, that over the years span of 2007 to 2010, Americans, on average American, lost approximately 40% of their wealth. Average American family from those 3 years, 07 to 2010, those years, lost 40% of their wealth. As you talked about, the Dow has gone nowhere. If you add inflation, you've lost, or it's like it's an epic fail. Same with all other financials, basically. Same time period. So I went ahead in my video, pulled up a chart. I just read you the thing about 40%. I said, okay, now let me show you this chart of silver. It started off January 1st, 2007 at $13 an ounce. And it ended 2010 at $30.50 per ounce. And approximately that equals 240%. 240% return on precious metals, silver in this case for me. Gold also went and did well, but it only actually did 200% during that time period, roughly. And as someone was commenting, I think on your channel, do you think the ratio is coming down from silver to gold again? You know, the norm. It's at like right now 55 or so to 1 with gold. And you said, yeah, and I have a reason, and I'll explain why, or I already explained why in another video or something you said, of it going to 10 to 1. And by chance, this webbot said this long ago, that it would agree strongly with your statement. Or thereabouts. It said 20 to 1, 16 to 1 should be the norm ultimately, where this could end up finally. But during this interim period of crazy spikes within the precious metals and just people frantically getting into it kind of thing, we could see 10 to 1, 6 to 1, and for a brief, he says in the data, a very brief period of time, 1 to 1 with gold. Possibility. Again, Webbot report, it's not 100% accurate. It's accurate enough for me to be paying attention for years now, I'll tell you that much. And I've been listening to it for a long time, which got me into buying silver when I first heard about it. And again, I bought at $13, I bought at $10 when they hit 2008, 2009. It went down to, they pushed silver down to $9.50, 70 something, to $10 basically. I bought a bunch of silver eagles then. I've been buying every single year. I just bought another 20 ounces last week. I'm a buyer at $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50. I'm a buyer because I know where the prices ultimately are going, just like I know you do. So having said that, everyone lost 40% in their wealth. Family wealth lost 40%. Sorry about your luck. Suck it up, you sorry sap, peasant, taxpayer, consumer, whatever the hell they call us. But old JSnip4 on YouTube, I made 240% return. And I didn't pay taxes on it. The IRS doesn't know about it. I could go to a coin dealer, unload it for cash, or he'll write me a check. I'll walk into his bank, cash the check. Sir, you have an account with us? No, and I don't want one with the stinking bank. I already got one of those turds that I keep very little money in. Well, we'll have to charge you $5 fee for cashing this check. I will smile and pay you $5. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a bonus. Just give me the cash. Okay, here you go. Boom. Nobody knows about it. Oh, you got 401k, guys? Oh, you got a 401k? 401k? You still got a job? Yep, can't take it out. But I know the market's tanking. I'm listening to JSnip4, and I'm listening to this other guy. What was his name again? I'm listening to GregVegas5909. And Pastor Dowell as well. They know this market crash is coming. They've convinced me. I know it's coming. I got to get my money out. It's my money. I've been investing in this. Sir, do you have a job? Yes. Can't take it out. So it's a boat anchor to your leg, and they're going to throw it off a cliff knowingly. That's how this ends. And you don't have the key to the lock on your leg because I still have a job. I don't qualify as, you know, a bum, so I can't take my 401k out. No hard times. They don't qualify. Oh, got to keep it in there, right? So you go overboard with that. For anyone with the 401k that can't get out of it, go get the maximum loan out of it that you can, which I think is 50% total, and it depends on how more, $50,000 total you can pull, whatever. Whatever you have, whatever the max is that you can get out, take it out, invest it in silver. If you like gold better, go ahead. You'll be very happy with where gold is going, but you will be extremely happy when you see where ultimately silver ends up. And you can buy a lot more silver than gold at $30 silver or $28, $29, $30 silver versus, you know, $1,600 gold. And on a performance basis, silver is going to beat gold again. It already has. I already said it would. It did. It's going to do it again, just like Greg is saying. So I got to go. Got to get some sleep. Interesting times ahead. That is for damn sure. And Greg, I'm putting up a new website here shortly that is going to be like YouTube, and I'm going to be contacting all my subscribers and the people that I subscribe to tell them you may want to start uploading your videos to my new, it's like a YouTube kind of site. It's free. Same whole thing you do here at YouTube, you can do at my site. You can do revenue sharing, ads, all that stuff. I want to put it up because I see people's accounts getting banned all the time. And all their videos immediately go away. Can't get them back. With my site, you can actually plug in your YouTube URL, and it will grab the video and then re-upload it to my site, so it is safekeeping at all times. And you have a secondary source to broadcast. The site isn't up yet, but I expect it to be up fully in a week. I'll let everybody know, just as a secondary thing, because you know when this thing really gets bad, they're going to be locking down some people's channels. Copyright infringement, or you said something wrong. What did I say? We don't have to tell you. We're YouTube. It's our terms. Have a nice day. Piss off. And that's what people get a lot. So continue talking about what you're talking about, and you're going to start getting a lot of subscribers. I'm looking at your views on your videos on the side. 2,000 views, 4,000 views, 2,600 views, 2,200 views. That's a lot of, that's good views. I didn't. Anyways, I'm glad I found you. I'm glad whoever sent this to me sent me your way. I already hit subscribe a second ago, and this is good stuff. I'm glad to see someone else, putting the good word out. So take care.